Yes, Peps. Yes, Peps. Yes, Peps. Yes, Peps. Back again and back again. Back again. Back again. And I'm true to murder again. And I'm true to murder again. And I'm true to murder again. Yeah. Back again. Back again. And you know the energy is always high when it's positive. You know the energy is always high when it is positive. Okay. Okay. So I go on for a little friend in the night time. So I go on for a little friend in the night, yeah. Alright. Alright. Tonight's topic on PE is we need that inner child again. We need that inner child again. Yeah, man. We lose that inner child, you know. We lose that inner child. We stop ask question. You know, when you look a bit every time you see something where you never see it, you have to ask a question about it. Yeah, man. You have to ask a question about it. What is that? How that happen? Why that be like this? Why that be like this? Why that be like this? We need that back again. We need that back of where you call that again now? I know what do you call that? Interest. Try to understand what I say. Try to understand what I say. When we get big, when we become adult, we lose that. You know why I make you lose that? Because each time when we look a bit and we hear say we are going to do something, we have this crazy idea in our head. And every time you as a child you've been told, no, you can't do that. That too big. That too far-fetched. That too wild. That too crazy. After a while, you just stop ask question. So that intrigue of excitement as a child, it just dead out because every time you ask question, it's like, no, you ask so much question, that too much. Why you ask so much question? Why you do this? Why you do that? Why no? You know so much time, then you just get discouraged and stop ask question. We need to go back to our inner child and start ask question again. Ask question. When you see something, you question things. You know, just sitting and things and just you don't question. We need to go back to that inner child where we start question every little thing again. Why is that be like this? Why is that be like this? Because we accept some little nonsense in our life some of the time where we don't question nothing. We just take it without no question asked. And when things start go downhill, we wonder why things are like this. I'm not going to say that I go solve asking questions. I'm not going to say that I go solve everything. But at least when you start to ask questions, say you go in one business or you go in one liquor something and you start to ask questions about the thing what you do. You see more questions you start to ask, you will have a little better understanding of how the thing work. I'm not going to say I go fully understand everything. No, I'm not say that. But at least when you start ask question, you will have a little more better understanding of where the thing where you do, where it is like, where you might can experience or whatever. But you know somebody tell us something and you ask no question, you jump in it, and when things start get hard now, you have to say, John, you never know, say, me never know, say, I saw this is hard, I should do this, I remember father this a person here, and one bag or something. But if you just ask some questions, why this be like this? Why? Then I tell you and say, oh, so you don't know from early if it's something we don't want to pursue or not pursue. Yeah. So I'm not going too long on this. I'm not rambling too long. I'm not rambling too long on this. I am not rambling too long on this one. I'm not rambling on this one for a lot, not much longer. Okay. You see, me some love and relax and look up at it. You see where you're sitting set? Yeah. We need that inner child now. We need to start ask questions again. We need to start ask back some questions again. Yeah. Finish it off here. We need to start ask back questions like some child again. Yeah. Until the next one, peeps. Until the next one. Out.